Today we have some very cute 4-week-old Labradoodle puppies to show you in this video. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and today is the litter update for this litter of medium red Australian Labradoodle puppies. Now, not all of them are red, but most of them are. And we're going to go through each of the puppies in this video. We're going to introduce you to all of them, give you their updated weight information, tell you a little bit about each of the puppies and what they've been up to over the past week, and we'll also give you a little bit of an update on Mama Austynn. So the litter overall is really doing well. You can hear lots of squeaking in the background there, and that's because this is the first time the puppies have been in a crate with the door closed. They're in a crate all the time in their area, but this is the first time we've had them out with the door closed. So there's lots of complaining about that. And also, it's the first time we've done the video without Mama Austynn nearby. Mama Austynn is outside having a great time playing in the sunshine. It's a gorgeous day on Vancouver Island, and our Labradoodles are out enjoying this great West Coast weather that we have going on right now. So we're going to do each of the puppies in birth order. And the first puppy that I have here is Purple Collar Girl. And Purple Collar Girl is a red puppy. And she's a red puppy because she has a black nose, which we can now see because it's all filling in with its color. And this little girl is a red abstract. And she's called an abstract because of all the beautiful white markings she has on her chest and on her paws. And if you look at her paws, she's going to give you a clue as to one of the things these puppies have been up to this week, and that is that they've been eating solid food. They're really enjoying the solid food, although they're still learning how to negotiate eating out of a pan. So lots of times when we bring it in for them, they get so excited to see it, they run like crazy, and they end up running right through the food. Now, because it's pablum, goat's milk, and pumpkin, it's a sticky mix, and it's purposely sticky so that it's easier for them to lap up, because puppies don't know how to lap when they're very small, so they have to get used to lapping rather than suckling all the time from mommy. So Purple Collar Girl is doing really well with eating from the pan. She hasn't had any problems adjusting to that. And she is now 1.38 kilograms. So she's broken the 1 kilogram mark and just continues to really do well. This is a nice little puppy. She's fairly quiet. She's right in the middle of the pack. And just a really super sweet girl so far. Right, Miss Purple? So that's Miss Purple Collar. Next we have Light Blue Collar Boy. Hello, buddy. There we go, Missy. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Oh, my goodness. Are people making all sorts of noises in there? Now, this little fellow, Mr. Light Blue Collar Boy, he's not red. Now, his coat still looks like it's fairly red, and especially around his face here on his snout. But you can see his nose is brown. And because he has a brown nose, that makes him a red caramel, not a red dog. You see, that makes you so much more special because you have two names. Now, this little fellow is one of the puppies, one of the first puppies in this litter, where you can see his Papa Copper's curls. He has a very similar curl location in that he has quite a lot of concentration of curl right on his forehead here and around his muzzle. Very, very similar to Copper. And little Dark Blue Collar is pretty good at the pan. Dark Blue still prefers his mom. When Austynn's in, he's always one of the first to come out and find her. But he's getting used to using the pan and eating from the pan. He just doesn't like it as much as his mom yet. And Dark Blue is now 1.22 kilograms. So he too is over that 1 kilogram mark. So that's him. Next we have Red Collar. Red Collar is one of our little girls here. Hi, sweetheart. And you'll see that she is not remarkably different in terms of her coat color from what Dark Blue was. But again, if you look at her little face, she has a very, very obvious black nose. Oh my goodness, we're having quite the little playtime in the crate there. That is Purple Collar Girl playing with her litter mates. So this little sweetie pie, Miss Red Collar, she has a really nice, big, beautiful black nose. And she also has her papa's curls, same spot. And you can see this little girl gives very strong eye contact. She's a little unsure as to what's going on, and so she's looking to me entirely for all of her cues and for her security. And one thing these puppies have also developed in the past week is teeth. So they're all coming through, they're starting to chew on things. They don't have enough teeth that they hurt yet when they bite, but they're all working really hard on getting those teeth through the gums. And you can tell they all have pretty good lungs on them too and make lots of talking. That's probably brown collar. No, it's not actually. It is still blue collar girl, or purple collar girl rather. Purple can be quite talkative. And this little girl here, Miss Red, you can see she has some more of those beautiful white abstract markings on her. And Red Collar is still, as she has been consistently every week, our smallest puppy. And she's the only one who hasn't made it to 1 kilogram yet. She's 928 grams. So hopefully she'll get a little bit more enthusiastic about eating out of the pan, and that way she'll gain some more weight. So that's our Red Collar girl. Next we have Brown Collar Boy. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Hello. Now this little fella, this is a handsome boy. And this is the first of our parties in the litter. Hi. Now you can see that Mr. Brown Collar also has that black nose. And you can see that he's a party. So he has the two colors with lots of white on him. And so because he has that black nose, he's a red party. So even though his color is really not vastly different from the other dogs, he is the red again because he has that black nose. Now, Mr. Brown Collar has the distinction of being the biggest dog this week. He is 1.67 kilograms. This is one sturdy puppy. He eats from the pan, he eats from mom, he just eats and eats. He's an eating machine. He has no problem finding where the groceries are and enjoying them. You can see he's wearing quite a few groceries on his right leg there. He does tend to walk through the pan quite a bit. And this is our puppy who usually is the one making the most noise. He likes to talk to everybody. Whenever anyone is near where he is, he will have a little conversation going all the time. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yes, he's a very great communicator. He loves to let you know how he's feeling. He wants to ask you how you're feeling, and then he'll tell you about the weather and anything else that he can think of. Yeah, he's a very talkative boy. He has a beautifully shaped head. I really like his looks, and the symmetrical markings are very pretty. And then, of course, he has the very distinctive half stash, where he's got his beautiful red mustache on the right, and then he's white on the left. Very handsome puppy, our beautiful Brown Collar Boy. Next, we have Orange Collar Girl. Oh, yes, I know. There you go. There you go. Hi, sweetie. Now, Orange Collar Girl, you can see before I pick her up, her coat is very different from Brown's. Brown's coat is very sleek, very smooth, whereas hers is really lifting. You can see that it's really coming up off of her body and already developing that trademark Labradoodle teddy bear fluff look. So part of this is because she is much more curly than Brown Collar, and part of it is just part of the genetics and how her coat tends to be just one that lifts faster. But she is going to be a really super fluffy puppy. She already is fairly fluffy, as you can tell. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness, you just don't want to be picked up? You don't want to be picked up? Oh, of course you do. Now this little girl, I just love her little face. And she too is a red and white party. And again, that's because she has that black nose. There's a beautiful big black nose that really sets off this red and white coloring so beautifully. And just like the other puppy, Brown Collar Boy, she has gorgeous symmetrical markings. And then she has this adorable little ear here, which is mostly white with a little bit of the red color outline. Now, Orange Collar Girl does not have any other color on her body, just around her eyes and her ears, yeah, and on the top of her head. And then she has just a little dibby-dab down here by her tail. So this makes her technically an extreme party. So she's going to have one of those extreme parties faces that just draws you in. There's something about the fact that they're all fluffy and white, and then they have this beautiful, evenly marked coloring on their face and head that just makes them irresistible. And you'll see her ear on this side is also two-toned. So she's just a totally symmetrical little girl. Yes, she is. Orange color is one of the quieter puppies in the litter, and you'll see she too gives me very nice, strong eye contact. She's not quite as kissy as some of the other puppies. She's still thinking things through, and she's one of the puppies who just loves to sleep in her crate. She's very much of a homebody type right now. And orange color is 1.2 kilograms. So she's becoming right along. She's not that much bigger than red, but she's still coming along very nicely. So that's our orange collar girl. Next we have our green collar girl. Hello, beautiful. Now this puppy is a little bit different from the other puppies in the litter. Now again, if you look at her coat while she's still down here, you'll see that her coat is still very flat, close to her body. She's just getting the first little bit of lifting over here where you can see it coming up from her body. And she doesn't have any sign of curl on her. Will she have curls? Who knows? Nothing like the other puppies though. She's not got that from her dad. She has much more of her mama Austynn's coat, and even actually a little bit straighter, I think, than Austynn's. Austynn has an absolutely beautiful open wavy coat, just a gorgeous coat. Now this girl has this is the one I'm always talking about, has the big head. She has that great big huge blocky head, nice high ear set. The blocky head is really just exactly what we look for in a Labradoodle look. Really big substantial head, strong stop, and even though she is much darker and much more red in appearance, she's not red, she's a red caramel. She has the most beautiful color, just like her dad. She definitely has her papa's coloring. But she doesn't have any of the white abstract on her. She is a solid colored girl. And Miss Green Collar Girl, hello. Oh, am I going to get a kiss? Oh, no, just a yawn. Do I get a kiss? Oh, well, maybe a half kiss, Mom. I'm not sure if I'm going to give you a whole kiss. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll give in and give you a whole kiss. Now, you see how she's yawning? She's yawned twice. This is not because she's tired. This is because she's a little bit nervous. She's stressed. This is a different experience for her. She's been stuck in a box with the door closed. She's away from her mom, and she's away from her litter mates. First time. And here I am holding her up, and there's some great big huge white light over there. And what on earth are we doing? So she wants to kiss me. She wants to be relaxed enough to kiss me. There we go. We got it. Good girl. Good girl. But the first few times there we were a yawn and not the kiss. Mwah. What a good puppy. What a good puppy. And now maybe you'll bite my nose. Oh yeah, maybe we'll bite. So Green Collar Girl is a really nice weight. She's weighing in at 1.34 kilograms. She's a very solid, blocky little girl. There we go. We'll let you go back so you're not bothered. Next is Yellow Collar Boy. Yellow Collar Boy is very similar to Green Collar in terms of being a hefty fellow. You can see as he stands up here for you that he is a very nice, solid, big, blocky boy, a really good shape. And he has that really nice square Labradoodle shape that we're usually looking for. And he has that beautiful waggy tail. I just love his temperament. He is a happy boy, he's a friendly boy, he's outgoing, and he's so full of just mischief. He's just a really fun guy. And you got a piece of pumpkin hanging off of your foot here, buddy. Hi. He looks very much like his Papa Copper in terms of the curl placement on his face. He is going to have some very pretty curls. And he is red. So unlike Green Collar, he's got that big black nose. So he is a red caramel. Yes, I mean a red dog, not a red caramel. And this is the puppy we say has the nice suit on, or as my friend from England calls it, he has his posh suit on. And that's because he's not really a tuxedo, so he didn't get that dressed up. Tuxedo would require more white flash on him, but he's just so beautifully marked. He just has those markings in the nicest places. It had those very high ears, and oh, there's no question about biting my nose or kissing me. Nothing worries this guy. He doesn't get really concerned about things. And Yellow Collar is weighing in at 1.60 kilograms. So he is almost the biggest puppy in the litter. And indeed, he has been until this week when he got beat by Brown Collar Boy. And last but not least, we have our little light blue collar boy. Hello, my little sweet. Again, we're getting a nice little tail wag. Yeah, hi. And you can see on light blue how the coat is starting to lift here. And then we get that happy little tail wag going. So his coat is just starting to come up. The rest of it's still fairly flat on his body. And he is going to try and use my fingers as something to teeth with. Aren't you, light blue? And this little guy is also similar to Yellow and to his Papa Copper in that he's got some nice curls on his face. A little fewer curls than Yellow, although part of that is just because he's solid on his face, doesn't have the white, so you don't see the curls so much. And this little one is not red. This is a red caramel, again, because we've got the brown nose. We got a brown nose, which is so pretty, yes. And you can see there's just a little bit of the white flash here on his chest, a little bit of toe dipping in white, and if I remember rightly, just a teeny tiny little smidge of white on the tail, which is just exactly the same as Mama Austynn's tail. This little puppy is quite a curious little puppy. He's out and about quite a lot, and he's always very interested to see what everyone else is doing. These puppies are all in our doodle den with our other 2 litters. So we have quite a few puppies and moms and dogs going through all of the time. So there's lots and lots of activity for them to get used to. We hear those conversations quite a bit where it sounds like they're bossing us around. Brown collar quite often, if we don't get the pan of food in fast enough, is like, hey, don't forget about me over here, especially if we put the food out for the other 2 litters. The other 2 litters have graduated now to eating raw food and aren't eating the milk mixture anymore. And I think that maybe these guys sense that and they're getting a little bit jealous and hoping that they're going to get that soon. So we don't start the raw food until they're 5 weeks old. So these guys next week will be having their raw food because they're 4 weeks old now. And light blue collar, before I forget, is 1.15 kilograms. Now next week, we won't be doing an update video for these puppies because next Saturday, a week from Saturday, is our puppy family visit day. So we're going to have all the puppies out and about and playing together for all of our families to enjoy. We will be doing it as a Zoom meeting because our COVID restrictions still do not allow us to have more than 6 people over at one time. So unfortunately, we still have to do it via Zoom. But we've had really great fun and success doing our other litters this way. And what we've done is changed it up a bit for you. So rather than just having to listen to me, as you do every week, we have Taylor come. And we ask you all to submit some questions for Taylor and for me. So you have an Ask the Trainer session. Taylor gets to be the star, so you can certainly direct all of your training and anything to do with integrating your puppy to Taylor. I'm there too, of course, and you can ask me any questions you wish as well. So everyone who's on this reservation list will receive an email, and I'll lay out what all of the process will be. But it will be a Zoom meeting for our puppy family meeting, which will be a week from Saturday. So we hope you've enjoyed this week's update. Hope you enjoyed seeing all these adorable Labradoodle puppies and learning a little bit about them. Austynn's doing really well. She's still a little skinnier than I would like, but she eats a ton. Oh my goodness, does she eat. And she's outside, she's running around. She's really good with the puppies. She's still sleeping with her puppies. She'll continue to sleep with the puppies until probably Monday. Monday will allow her to not spend the night with the puppies anymore, and she'll probably think that that's fine. She does eat quite a bit in the night. She is a night eater, so she usually consumes quite a bit of food at night, and she typically tends to skip her breakfast. So she's going to have to adjust that schedule once we don't have her in with her puppies overnight, 'cause then the dogs are allowed to roam free. MJ, who's the mom for our other litter, our About Time litter, she's going to be going home to her family on Sunday. So she'll be out of the doodle den, and then Holly will be getting picked up probably on Tuesday next week. So then Austynn will be our only mama, and I think Austynn will be quite happy to have all the attention just on her. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below. If you liked our video, hey, give us a thumbs up, please. We're really excited that we've passed the 1,000 subscriber mark. It's really an accomplishment for a little place like us. So thank you to everyone who's subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And thank you so much for watching.